Is this going to be a rather boring and predictable meeting where Mr. Draghi simply reaffirms the June guidance that we heard in Riga?
I certainly think the ECB would be hoping that's the case. Last month we saw the sort of almost the rabbit out of the hat approach, where what the ECB ended up doing was delivering actually a dovish monetary tightening. That was the big thing for the ECB, to communicate that quantitative easing would end, and certainly all the financial markets have been really primed and concerned that once quantitative easing from the ECB comes to an end, that could have quite huge implications for some of the financial markets, and particularly fixed income assets in Europe. So the ECB will be looking to play a very straight bat today and hopefully just get across the summer without really doing anything that might spike the euro going higher or trigger another sell-off in fixed income.
James, that being said, and despite the developments of the last 24 hours, where it seems to be all smiles for the camera between Mr. Trump and Mr. Juncker, it still seems, when you look at the forward-looking components, the new orders components of the PMIs, that there's still a lot of trade-related uncertainty in Europe. Is Mr. Draghi going to reflect that tone? Is he going to be somewhat cautious about the outlook?
I think they were certainly concerned. What the ECB have faced is almost a sort of a classic sort of stagflationary shock, which is sort of the worst of all worlds for a central bank. Because on the one hand, we had oil prices ramping up inflation, and that's certainly going to squeeze consumers' disposable income, for example, and have a big impact on growth. And then in the background, as you say, really since Christmas, these concerns about trade and what's been happening with the relationship with the United States have really seen sentiment absolutely collapse, and that's had a really marked impact on growth. And so balancing that trade-off was going to be really challenging for the ECB. It looks very much, the news overnight is potentially quite positive. Obviously massive uncertainties about what it actually means. But insofar as this would appear to be a very significant drawback and a return to kind of multilateral relationships and trade dealings, which, to be honest, we haven't seen from the United States yet, that's potentially a huge boon for Europe and could be a big positive for growth.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.